Soul Mag TV. Soul Mag TV. Soul Mag TV.
What is it?
Speaking on urban life. Soul Mag TV. Soul Mag TV. Soul Mag. Soul Mag. Soul Mag TV. Keeping Christ in the center of the conversation. Hey, what's poppin'? We're here with another episode of Soul Mag TV. We're speaking on urban life. We're keeping faith, keeping Christ in the conversation. I'm your boy Urban D. We're here in South St. Pete right now, downtown St. Pete. We're behind the State Theater, and I was reminiscing as we pulled up to do this shot, because about 8 years ago, I was sitting about right where the camera is on the curb right there, and out of that double door right back there with the graffitis on it, they went flying open. There was a crowd of people back here. It was after a concert was going on in the State Theater. The doors flew open and everybody paused and looked, and the dude coming out the door, he said, "Hey!" I can't really even do his voice real good. It's gonna mess up my voice. He was like, "Where's Pastor Tommy at?" You know, it was DMX. That was not a good DMX, right? So DMX, so the crowd parts, and he comes walking towards me with like this other big dude with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to talk to Pastor Tommy." And so we got to talk, we got to meet, we got to chop it up. One of the DJs that was hosting the event knew who I was, had been to Crossover. And some of you guys know DMX has been on this spiritual journey, a lot of ups and downs. So we got to talk with him, got to pray with him. We made a big prayer circle back here in the parking lot. It was real cool. Keep DMX in your prayers. But anyways, off of that side note, we got a great show for you today. We got some incredible artists that are with us today. We got my man Primisis, and Primisis he's like a superhero, for real. You're gonna see what I mean in a minute. Then we also got my man Mr. Good Company himself, my man Maub, represent from Cincinnati. He got a crazy fast flow. He's just a funny character to be around, man. Great entrepreneur, got his clothing line, Good Company. And so a good friend of mine planted a church recently. So both of these brothers are doing some great stuff. So we're gonna get to Maub in just a few minutes, but first we're gonna talk about Primisis. A lot of people know him by this crazy suit, this getup that he wears. He's like a superhero. I can't even explain it. I just have to show you. So we're not even gonna talk to him. We're actually gonna go right to a music video so you can see what I mean about Primisis.
Somebody, cause he is somebody. Gotta stand firm so I fear nobody. God is forever rich, forget your Bugatti. He is on that shake and bake, no Ricky Bobby. Yes, Kimosabi, better tell him come and stop me. I told him that I'm different, not a carbon copy. Yeah, I'm gonna make this relevant, find me in my element. The world don't get the power alone, but I see the embezzlement. Hold up before you step on this, let me express what the pressure is. Me and all my people, we are not the same specimens. So many get it if it been twisted, trying to make it fit their own. And never imagine I thought of the grabbing and making them look like a clone. Yeah, then we wonder why we waver. Probably cause we never laid our hearts on the Savior. Yeah, that's that church boy Steve's. We're strong when I beat, but we're strongest when I lead. Yeah, I was staying on this word, I won't move. And you cannot play speed up at what you do, I won't move. Yeah, I'm unashamed of the gospel, so you go hard, I'ma show you how I go. I'm rolling with my squad like a mobile Comic-Con. I see these robots moving unions like Decepticons. Better turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. 16 bars, turning 16 cards in the hands again, but they all gonna burn up. Watch this, cause I got this. I know the host and his ghost is a rider. Living for that villain, turning hero to a villain. Everybody in the building know my East Coast problem. Rah. My berserker barrage that you feeling alive, and that power I'm flaunting. Same though like they knows, but they know who holds that infinity gauntlet. Rah. My God's a God, no Thordo, it's Wardo. My dragon shield got a dagger sealed and I keep it underneath my wardrobe. Don't you know I got ranger bars? Teleport from here to Mars. Call upon that dragon Zord. Boy, you don't want to start. Stop playing, we just cosplaying. Welcome y'all into our land. Rep the cap on my snapback, keep wizard world on my armband. Stay suited up, I'm still prim. Till it's clobber in town like Big Grim. Morphing out on them putty boys, forever green. That's a win-win. Let's go.
Hey. So craziest thing I did
this Flavor Fest was by far dressing up as the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Green Ranger. I was insane. Putting on the suit, the helmet, everything. It's fun, but it's also a good way to have conversation with people. And performing in it, this is my first time doing it at this Flavor Fest. So holding it down in a Power Ranger suit, rapping, it's just never been done. So I thought of that, basically, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan as a kid growing up in the 90s. That's a kind of a nostalgia, you know what I mean? And the Green Ranger was the first one that was like set apart from the group and just this big buzz around him as a character and in the show. And for me, I watched it on Netflix not about like a year ago, and I was like, oh wow, childhood memory, and just going through it. And I remember watching it and instantly as a believer now, because I was a kid then and I had no idea about the gospel at that point. And now I looked at the Green Ranger and his story, how it connected so well with humanity. I think he was because he was the most popular one. I was like, what made this guy so popular? And it was looking at the story, it was like he was a new kid in school, became evil, and then he ended up turning good. And he had a spell that was over him at first that's made him evil, and the original Power Rangers knocked that off of him. And I think it was like one of those things where, wow, that's the gospel. That's the same thing. Like, we once were enemies of God, but God redeemed us and forgave us and right where we were at and picked us up and was like, dude, let's just go. And that's the same thing with the Green Ranger. It's pretty dope.
Tour last summer.
Yeah, so actually it was this summer, but yeah, like we went around just the East Coast, did the Out of My Mind tour based around my EP, the Out of My Mind EP, which is available on iTunes. And we went around from, I think, West Virginia down to Florida, to Atlanta, Texas, you know, just a couple little spots. It wasn't nothing giant, but it was our first independent run tour. And it was really well. We just wanted to encourage people to get plugged in to the local body, to the local church, and not just come and see rappers perform and then we would just leave. I think that was like our biggest deal, was to encourage, see churches, reach out to communities, bring people in, and then keep them plugged in and not just go back, do whatever, come to a concert and leave. It was like, no, we want you to understand, like, you need biblical community, you know what I mean? So
Soul Mag TV was good. We're back. Hope you guys enjoyed Primisis. Now coming up, man, I'm super excited about this next artist. What? You think you're more excited about it? Okay. You want to introduce him? Okay. All right. Hold on. Come over here now. I'm gonna give you the mic. You so eager. You want to do? Hold on. Here you go.
Soul Mag, what's up? It's your boy Cass, man. It's an honor to be here. Just had to steal the mic from Urban D for a second, man, because the guy we're talking about right here, D-Maub, is an actual personal friend of mine. It's like a big brother to me. He's been there for me throughout my walk of life, man. So I just wanted to come in here and share this moment, introduce my boy. He's an awesome artist. He's crazy with these lyrics. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy that. Check him out, D-Maub.
The verse. Your boy is back at it, flow automatic. This addict is causing havoc. I'm fiending, it might get tragic, seeming like it's magic. How fakers disappear when I see the mic and grab it. Flow is crazy, should be in a room that's padded. Don't be mad, it's only the beginning of a massacre. Didn't use wisdom to get out the way, can't be mad at her. Teachers say she's a leader, so yes, I follow after her. Come through and enlighten me, make you adjust your aperture. Been a minute, but yeah, I'm still in it, never timid. Fight to the finish, I'm in the game, put hype in the scrimmage. Do the impossible, my faith in frames, my limits, no limit. My master telling Peter, come get with the business. Cause the possibilities is endless. Dealing hope all through my music, society call me menace. You broke, I pray what I say can help you spice up your image. Everything that I'm serving is all in love. Tennis. Delivery chemic, your facial expression grimace. Lyrical chemist, connected from Cali back down to Memphis. Over to Atlanta where they stay flashy minus the cameras. Up to NY, them killers know they living to die. Gotta be a light on the mic. If you know me, then you know I am the type to live up to what I say till I die on the mic. Keep my eye on the mic, take it out your hands if you high on the mic. All that show is how you truthfully lie on the mic. My goal is clearly not to bubble like I am a Sprite, but if you shake me up, then I will explode like dynamite. Lend me your ear, not a biter like Iron Mike. All I wanna do is encourage, cause iron sharpens iron, right? I love my J.O.B. My J.O.B. is to make sure that they know he. If they know me but don't know thee, living G.O.D. then I will slowly take myself out the frame. No need to proceed if I ain't repping his name, right? Prolific writer, reciting only what I written. Never hear me talk about things I'm getting if I'm not getting everything I said I'm getting. That's real talk. I quit being effective, respectfully I will walk. Cuddy, always go in. Never follow the trend. Sorry if I offend. But it might happen again. I had to let the beat breathe. Yes, I'm a branch, but no, you can't get high off these trees. I stay working, I always keep something up these sleeves. I present to you the flawless one, and he's the bee's knees. He came to save all the atoms and EVEs, and you gotta play for your life. All you gotta do is accept, confess, and believe. Keep my weapon on me, don't wanna step to these bees. Be for believers, weapon is my B-I-B-L-E. Granted, I'm not the best on the planet. That's not my desire. None of y'all see the fire. Tired of the bluffing that only get you expired. Been hired to make sure you stay on track with traction like tires. Trying to refresh in the game. Most of y'all sounding the same. Yes, it's a bit of a shame. Who am I to complain? All these whack rappers to blame. Put us through all of this pain. Since I got nothing to gain, stay till I witness some change.
What's up, everybody? It is He Sun Lee. Keep it locked on Soul Mag TV, where we speak about urban life.
And we're back. It's your boy Cass with Soul Mag TV. We just watched D-Mob live at Flavor Fest. I know you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed it myself. That's the Cuddy though. That's my dog, man. So we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk to him. Little interview. He's gonna tell you what Cuddy means. He's gonna tell you a little bit about his clothing line and all that good stuff, man. Really good dude. So check out this segment that we got right here, interviewing D-Mob.
Man, the whole cut teeth thing. Maybe 2006. You know, I was with a record label called FIC Music, and that's where I first started doing like Christian hip hop. And Forever in Christ is what it stood for. And me and my homies, we'd be down in the studio, and I was always doing something different. I was always saying something different, coming up with a new term, a new slang. And one day we was just downstairs chilling, and I called one of my dudes, Cuddy. It's like, what's up, Cuddy? He was like, Cuddy? I was like, yeah, what up, Cuddy? I was like, you're my homie, you know? And he was like, oh, okay. So it kind of stuck. Everybody kept saying Cuddy. And I was like, well, how I'm gonna spell it? Now I got this word. How I'm gonna spell it. I don't know what it means yet. I just started saying it because it sounded good, right? And so I was like, how can I spell it? So I came up with the spelling, C-U-T-T. I don't know where I get this stuff from, man. It just comes to me. And I was like, now it has to mean something. It has to stand for something. 'Cause I'm an acronym guy. And so courageously upholding the truth came out. I was like, you know, so that's where it came from, man. I just started calling my dudes Cuddy, and I was trying to get out of the N-word per se, or, you know, trying to be careful what I call people, because I read that, you know, death and life is in the power of the tongue. So I wanted to come up with something that I could even go back to the hood where I was from and call them that, and it sound cool when they respond to it because of how it sounded. It sounded cool. And they didn't even know I was speaking life into them. I was letting them know that they was courageously upholding the truth. And the dash T is, you know, of course, for the how you pronounce it, cut T, Cuddy. But the dash T is because the truth, it can stand alone by itself without the courageously upholding the. Because you can courageously uphold the anything, you know, so that's where it came from. Yeah, man. Yeah, so, you know, I've always wanted to start a clothing line, but I couldn't come up with a name or a concept that was marketable or that sounded like a brand. Like the things that I used to come up with, they sounded corny after a lot of thought. And so one night I was laying in the bed, and Good Company came to me. And it was because of my nephew. He did 5 years in jail. I think he went in when he was like 17 years old. And he was in the car with a guy. The guy was driving. He says the guy got out, robbed somebody, got back in the car, drove off. Police caught up with him. My nephew never had a jaywalking ticket at this point, right? He's the cleanest guy ever. He went to jail for 5 years because of the company he was with. And I thought about his story, and I said, wow, it's so important to keep good people around you, you know, and good company is important. And so the spelling is really unique too, because the second O is in parentheses, and any letter that's in parentheses can be applicable or non-applicable. And so when you remove that second O, it says God. So it says good and it says God at the same time, and our motto is keep good company, but at the same time it's keep God company. And so I just got so much stuff going on right now, man, with my wife and my kids and my boys playing football, and you know, but it's a good thing though, man. I'm glad they getting involved and stuff, keeping them involved. And shout out to my wife, man. She's been supporting me for 10 years. You know, I'll be married 10 years in March, man. So I love her with every ounce in me, and I really mean that. It's not for the camera. I mean, our relationship has grown over the years, and I'm gonna say this. Between like year 3 and 6 was the worst, the most tryingest times in our relationship. It wasn't even until year 7 that we started calling each other best friends. And so, but that just goes to show you, man, that when you have a godly relationship, trials is gonna come, things is gonna come, but if you can find humility in yourself, and that's what both of us had to do, is to find humility to get over the problems and to get over the financial struggle and to, you know, really love each other. And man, right now, that's like, we don't even argue no more. We got past all that. Like, it's like we did all that stuff, you know? So just shout out to my wife, man, for allowing me to, you know, to come and to hang out with cats who I love, and to be blessed here at Flavor Fest, man. So.
Hey, it's only one of you, and it's only one of me. I can't be like you, cause I'm too busy trying to be me, you feel me? That's real. Look, fresh up out the cemetery, dead to my old ways. Had a choice to live in destruction, but no, I chose grave. I chose freedom, some people shackled cause they chose slave. I'm out here trying to see souls saved. So I'm careful about what I'm saying and how I live, cause I know these people be watching all in my biz. Role model, so I can't be misdirecting these kids. Got my life in order's what I did. But before I made my transition, I'ma be honest, homie. Without Jesus, I was powerless like my Amish homies. No comforter, before he came in my life, I was lonely. Everything I said and did was phony. Yeah, but reality came upon me with my decision to accept my calling as a minister on a mission. I'm bringing the solution out to the streets or in prison. I was limited, but now I'm more like limited edition. Baby, I forgot to mention that your boy free. I'm focused, Cuddy, can't let you come and destroy me. They say I'm going crazy, I'm like, hold up, you'll see. I'm becoming what he want me to be. Can't be like you, cause I'm me. I'm me. They say I'm going crazy, I'm like, hold up, you'll see. I'm me. I'm me. I'm becoming what he want me to be. Some people copycats cause they don't really know they self, so they follow fiction, which tells me that they don't know they wealth. Trying to play your hand instead of playing the one they was dealt. No originality, stay on the shelf. Lot of cats out here bragging and boasting, saying that they doping, knowing God is the only one that they need to, but they hoping cause they broken. You got no faith, but my faith got me water walking on the ocean. Y'all keep sinking while I keep floating. And I never drown cause I know that my identity is coming from the Father, and the Father know me very well. Anything outside of his word is a lie, and I'm very sorry that I don't believe fairy tales. See, what you gotta do is wake up and remove the scales, or you will just continue to fail. And it ain't no failures in the kingdom, we will rise. And we don't stop, we stay motivated, we will strive. Never look back, lest we need to see how we won, so we can be confident in our victories yet to come.
So we had a great show today with Primisis and Maub, and both of these guys are about empowering other people. Not just through the music, but Primisis actually has been a youth pastor for several years, helping all kinds of teenagers and families. And Maub, he actually recently planted a church there in his home city in Cincinnati, doing some great things. And so these guys are about empowering people. Actually, myself and Maub, we did a track together on my new Rebuild album. It's a track called Empowering Others. So I'm gonna do a little something for you. This is my verse. We live in a culture, it's all about the individuals. Forget about the principles, it's all about residuals. It's opposite of Philippians 2:3, where Paul says, think about you before I think about me. Check Nehemiah 5, he confronted injustice, stood up for the forgotten. We need to discuss this, cause the planet's got a leadership crisis. From Greece to Russia to China to ISIS, we're called to be agents of reconciliation, empower people of every ethnic persuasion. Did you know the multi-ethnic church is biblical? Check the book of Acts, more than ever it's critical. Make disciples and do life. Show them what a husband and wife can look like in Christ. You need a Paul, a Barnabas, and a Timothy. There's no formula. Empowerment, it comes from the Trinity. Yeah. So that's my verse from empowering others. So I want to talk to you about empowering others for a minute today. What does that really look like? What does that mean? You might have heard from that verse I mentioned, Philippians 2:3. So it says this. It says, don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourself. Don't try to look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. So that's so really opposite and counterculture what we usually hear, because I mean, we live in a culture that it's about us. It's about me. It's about how much I can get. It's about how I can help myself progress and get ahead no, man, that's opposite of what we see in Scripture. That's opposite of what Jesus taught. That's opposite of what so many other things in the Bible look at. We're supposed to help our brother, empower them, lift them up, be our brother's keeper, all those things. So I want to ask you today, I know all of you have goals, hopefully. You have some things you're striving for, some things in your life maybe that you're rebuilding. And that's great when you rebuild some stuff. But you know what? Rebuilding and accomplishing some things and the gifts and talents that God's blessed you with and He's put inside you, it's not just for you, but it's for others as well. It's to not just give a handout, but a hand up to other people and help them. So think about some ways today that you can empower some other people, that you can actually help them. And I mean, it doesn't have to be something huge. It might be something as simply as taking somebody to lunch and talking to them. Maybe teaching somebody like a little skill or talent that you have. It might be if you have a truck, maybe you help somebody move. I don't know, there's a bunch of ways you could help someone. You can empower them, you could bless them, spend some time with them. Look for those little things. So many times when we plan out our day, everything on there is many times about us. Look at some ways, okay, how can I help someone else? How can I reach out to someone? Maybe it's just a phone call or a text message or an email that you send to somebody just to encourage them, to lift them up a little bit, empower others. The things that God's done in your life is not just for you. Again, it's to help other people and rebuild them as well. So empower some people today. I'm Urban D. I hope you feel a little more empowered today by myself, by Cass, by D-Maub, by Primisis. So now go out and empower somebody else. Peace.